The months following their rain-soaked promise were some of the happiest Lindy and Jason had ever experienced. Distance no longer felt like a burden. Their rituals had become habits, and each phone call, voice note, and monthly visit strengthened the trust between them. When Jason's project finally ended, he returned to Kamani with a quiet confidence and a suitcase full of memories, but more importantly, with a heart full of commitment. Lindy met him at the station, and before he could even say a word, she ran into his arms. "I've missed you," she whispered, her voice muffled against his jacket. "And I've missed you more," Jason replied, lifting her slightly off the ground in a spin that made them both laugh. They walked home hand in hand, the streets bathed in the warm glow of evening lamps. Everything felt familiar, yet new, as if the distance had polished their love into something unshakable. That weekend, they returned to their favorite Jacaranda Park. Jason had one more surprise: a small wooden bench engraved with their initials, placed under the same arching tree where they had kissed in the rain. "For us," he said softly, brushing a petal from Lindy's hair. "For always," she replied. The weeks turned into months, and their life together grew in small, meaningful ways. Quiet mornings, drinking coffee, spontaneous evening walks, laughter spilling into every corner of their shared space. Every challenge they had faced had only drawn them closer, and they knew that the storms of the past had prepared them for a lifetime of togetherness. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, Jason took Lindy to the pier where they had first rebuilt their trust. The water reflected the pinks and purples of the sky, mirroring the warmth in their hearts. He knelt on one knee and held out a small velvet box. "Lindy," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "You've been my first thought in the morning, my last at night, my comfort in storms, and my joy in calm. Will you marry me?" Tears welled up in her eyes, a mix of joy, relief, and love so deep it felt infinite. "Yes, Jason, 1,000 times yes." He slid the ring onto her finger, and they embraced, laughing and crying all at once. Around them, the world seemed to hold its breath, celebrating the union of two hearts that had weathered every storm. From that day forward, Lindy and Jason built a life filled with love, trust, and endless small joys, proving that true love is not just about perfect moments, but about staying together through every challenge, every distance, and every unexpected turn of life. And as they sat on their engraved bench under the jacaranda tree, watching the sunset together, they knew this was only the beginning of a lifetime of always. The end.